charter anniversary. This is the search for the next Lin-Ay Silay 2025. Lin-Ay Silay.
Ang pantalan, hindi lang basta estruktura. Isa ini kasi mulo sa kaba Sang Silay. Ako naghalin sa barangay kung saan makita ninyo ang nasari-sari na espesyal na pagkaon sang Silay noon. Na kung sa amon kakanin kong tagon, parehas ang fresh luga, empanada, piyaya, kag madamo pa. Ganin kung ikaw na gutom na, kani kay mamahaw ka. Ini si Lin-Ay, Benito, Yes, bandidos, ugal, kag tiglawas ang barangay dos.
Mayong gabi sila nun! Nagaling sa mabugnaw nga lugar sa syudad sa Silay na may matahong nga lantawon sang kabukiran tugtog sa bantog nga subat sa lantawan. Ini si Lin-Ay, Abigail Panara, bugal kag tigos sa barangay Timbala! Isa sa awon mga kabugal, ang matindo kag matawhay nga suba sa sityo lupa. Kaangay sa suba, bitbit ko ang kaanyag sa tubig. Kusog sa silong kagatahong sa awon pununan. Para mapakita nga ang taga-umama pabugal man sa banwa. Ini si Lin-Ay Red Rose Serrano Bautista, 19 anyos, bugal kag tiglawas ang barangay Kapitan mo! Isa ako matamis na gabi sa inyo tanan. Ako di pa kilala ang puluyan sa bugana kaani sa manamit na mais. Ang lugar sa Himaya kung Santo Tomas de Betelbaga. Kag ang lugar kung diin ang paglao, kag pag-uswag na daugyon. Ini si Lin-Ay Vladimir Adaga, 22 anyos, bugal kag tiglawas sa barangay Ilope.
Maayong gabi kang Banwas Silay! Nagahalin sa lugar kung saan katahong mabugnaw kag nag-agos sang busay. Ini si Lin-Ay Shamil Adria Liza, 18 anyos, bugal kag tiglawas sa barangay Patang.
Let's welcome your host for this evening. He is the film director and a former talent of ABS-CBN Bacolod, Mr. Kurt Soberano. Together with TV and radio commercial voiceover artist and former DJ of 91.9 Love Radio Bacolod, Miss Morena.
Maayong gabi, Silay City! Wow, I love the energy here tonight. Everyone, before anything else, happy 16th charter anniversary and happy Pan Silay Festival. Siyempre, isagin ko maayong gabi sa akong na partner for this evening. We have our very own host, Morena.
Thank you so much for that. Hello, maayong gabi sa tanan sa Silay City! But of course, I welcome you all to this year's Lin-Ay Silay 2025, the pageant and the coronation. I can people. We go on to our competition partner. Let's not forget, of course, our esteemed officials to start off with our very own alcalde sang syudad, Mayor Judith Gallego. And also, he's joining tonight, Vice Mayor Tom Ledesma. Together with our city councils, our barangay officials, and our executive committee for this year's
course, as you all know, have competed in our pre-pageant activities. We have the talent competition, the festival costume, and our traje de Silay. And tonight they will be competing in 4 more rounds. Our swimsuit competition, preliminary question and answer round, evening gown competition, and the final Q&A.
That is correct, partner. And I'm very excited to find out who will bring the crown tonight! Kaya naman, syempre, let's not keep ourselves waiting as we announce the first set of our special awards. So, partner, let's start off with our first award is Best in Talent. So, Best in Talent goes to Lin-Ay sang Barangay Dos!
Best in Talent will be receiving cash, prize, and sash. To be awarded by Tourism Officer Bernice Mama, Councilor Mike Maravilla, and Puro Barangay of the winning Lin-Ay.
Once again, congratulations. Our next award for this evening is the Best in Festival Attire. Our Best in Festival Attire goes to Lin-Ay sang Barangay. Congratulations, Lin-Ay sang Barangay. Hawaii!
Best in Festival Attire will be receiving cash prize and sash. To be awarded by City Budget Officer Jennifer Shasso, Councilor Joy Benuela, and Puro Barangay of the winning Lin-Ay.
Once again, congratulations to Lin-Ay sang Barangay Hawaii! And next, let's have a Best Traje de Silay design. And this goes to Lin-Ay sang Barangay Rizal!
Best in Traje de Silay design will be receiving cash prize and sash. To be awarded by City Assessor Dr. Zephyr Cailan, Puro Barangay of the winning Lin-Ay, and the Traje de Silay designer.
Once again, congratulations to the Best in Traje de Silay design. Our next award is the Best in Traje de Silay. This goes to Lin-Ay sang Barangay. Barangay Rizal.
Best in Traje de Silay will be receiving cash prize and sash. To be awarded by City Treasurer Marceli Espineta, and Puro Barangay of the winning Lin-Ay.
Once again, there you have it. Congratulations to our ladies in our first set of special awards. At this point, our ladies will be preparing for the next part of tonight. And I'd just like to ask Lorena, there are 60 of our candidates right here.
That is correct, partner.
And it's not gonna be easy identifying kung sino mga sa nila ang magdaong bilang Lin-Ay sang Silay, correct?
Tama.
And we are very, very honored this evening because the city of Silay, together with Mayor Jodip and Vice Mayor Tom, has brought to us esteemed individuals who will help us decide kung sino mo maging pala ang magapuli with the crowd. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to meet our judges. Our first judge is Region 7, Central Visayas' most outstanding program implementer in culture and the arts. Currently serving as Education Program Supervisor under the Department of Education, Division of Lapu-Lapu City. Please welcome our first judge, Dr. March Mandan.
And our next judge is the tourism officer of Silay City, Negros, Occidental. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to Mr. Jeric Lacson.
Joining our board of judges is an athlete, brand ambassador, registered nurse, and practicing lawyer in Davao City. Specializing in criminal and civil law, a law professor at Jose Maria College Foundation Incorporated, College of Law, and Rizal Memorial College School of Law. Ladies and gentlemen, our third judge, Mr. Paul Jordan Vergia.
And for our fourth judge is the creative director of Davao City, handling the centennial celebration of Lapu-Lapu, Indak-Indak sa Kadayawan, Hutsaka o Pangulak sa Kadayawan, Parada Damoenyo, Mutya ng Davao, Reyna ng Davao, Duao Davao, and Pasko Fiesta since 2017 until the present. Let's give a big round of applause together for Mr. Harold Equipete.
Our next judge is the artistic directors of the Nabuhay Group and Principal 3 of MNHS Division of Negros Occidental. Let us welcome our next judge, Ms. Lin-Ay Torrecarrion.
And to complete the panel of our judges tonight, of course, she represented Iloilo City at the prestigious Miss Universe Philippines 2024 and was crowned Miss Echo International 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, palakpakan po natin the one and only Miss Alexi Brown! Once again, welcome to Silay City, our dear panel of judges. But of course, partner, since our candidates need to, they need to settle down and they need to change for the next segment of our competition tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to focus your eyes on screen and together let's watch the sizzling preliminary swimsuit competition of these lovely ladies last June 5 at La Alegria Clubhouse. Together, let's watch this.
Bacolod Silay Choice Award will be awarded by the representative.
Our next award is Saint Flower Award. This award goes to Lin-Ay sa Barangay Mambola!
Our Choice Award will be awarded by the representative.
Thank you and congratulations. And for our last corporate award, this is from Crispy Kim Unlimited Wings Corporation. And this goes to Lin-Ay sa Barangay Mambola!
Once again, congratulations from our corporate awards. Magabalik kita sa ato ng final special award, which is the best in evening gown. The best in evening gown goes to Lin-Ay sa Barangay Banane!
Will be receiving cash prize and set to be awarded by City Administrator Lin-Ay, representatives from April and Pulo Barangay of the winning Lin-Ay.
So anyone, congratulations to our winners for our special and corporate awards.
But of course, a thank you to these generous sponsors, partners, for making this competition and celebration possible.
And of course, with that, magpapasalamat lang kita sa ating mga barangay officials and department heads. Now, everyone, the results are in my hands. From 16 ladies representing their barangays, we shall now proceed to our top 8. So, having said that, let's position ourselves, Mr. Rena, as we find out kung sino wala ang mga nadala sa ating na top 8. First up, in no particular order, you're joining the top 8, Lin-Ay sa Barangay goes like this. What is your favorite local tradition or festival in Silay, and why is it important to our heritage?
If I were to choose one festival here in Silay, it would be the Basyahanay Festival, which is celebrated in my own barangay, Mambulang. The reason why I chose this is because it showcases the people, the Mambulakanon, and their values such as being determined, persevered, and resilient in terms of being hardworking, and that is truly, they reflect truly what the values of our Princess Silay embodies. That would be all. Thank you.
Once again, let's bring that all the way from Barangay Mangpula. Next up to join us, let us all welcome Lin-Ay sa Barangay.
Can I take your question? So your question is, if you were to initiate a project that embodies one dream, one heritage, one Silay, what would it be?
That is an interesting question. Thank you. I believe that I am an advocate for children with special needs, and I believe that this year's theme, One Dream, One Heritage, and One Silay, really connects and could really help children with special needs, and that would be an outreach and support for children with special needs. I believe Silay City is not just rich in culture, tradition, and also through our history, but I want, as Lin-Ay sa Silay, I want Silay City to embrace inclusivity, and that would be through one project, and that would be outreach program for children with special needs. Thank you.
All right, next up to join us here for our preliminary, we would like to welcome Lin-Ay sa Barangay Balare. Now to our third finalist for this evening, please do pick your question for tonight. And of course, your question goes like this. What does the phrase, one dream, mean to you in the context of Silay City's future?
Good evening, Silay. For me, the phrase one dream for Silay means unity. We all know Silay value their culture, tradition, and past. And that's why the phrase one dream is very important, because life here in Silay is sweet and the past is forever. Thank you.
Once again, let's give it up for Lin-Ay sa Barangay Balare.
Next up, let's have Lin-Ay sa Barangay Uno. Can I take your question? Here is your question. How can we encourage more people to visit Silay and experience our rich heritage?
As a student who is currently pursuing the degree foreign language, I am equipped to build bridges between cultures. And I believe that language is a powerful tool to share our story around the world. And that Silay isn't just a destination, it is
message with all the people of Silay to strengthen our unity, what would it be?
I could give an example, just like us, the 16 candidates of Lin-Ay Silay 2025. We came from different backgrounds, we came from different stories, but we unite in one dream, and that is to be a Lin-Ay Silay 2025. The lesson here is that if we could just let the people of Silay hear my voice right now, I would like to say that let us embrace our individuality and uniqueness and dream and have one purpose, and that is to unite. Ugyon, Silayon. Thank you.
Once again, let's give it up for Lin-Ay sa Barangay Dos.
Next up, let's have Lin-Ay sa Barangay sa Kibalao. Okay, so are you ready? Okay, so here's your question. In your opinion, what makes Silay a special place to live, work, and grow?
As a person that grew up in Silay City since birth, I'm really confident enough to tell you that it is something that's special to grow because I live poor in my childhood, and every people, every community give rice, food just to provide to every individuals who are in need, and that is special. As Silayon, we should always be united and always support each other because we are one as Silay. Thank you.
Maraming salamat. Lin-Ay sa Kibalao. Next.
Next to join us, we have Lin-Ay sa Barangay Bataan. Of course, for that, we would like you to pick your question for our preliminary Q&A. And the question that you have chosen is, can you name one historical landmark in Silay that you believe best represents our city's one heritage?
Good evening, everyone. For me, if I would name one historical landmark here in Silay City, it would be our beloved Balay Negros. Balay Negros doesn't only mean the house that represents our culture, heritage, the power that we have been going through, all the hurdles, challenges that Silay have been facing from our ancestors, that everyone here in Silay City, Silay, we are standing proud, and that is Balay Negros represents. We are standing proud and loud, being the silver lining of Silay City. Through heritage, we are every history. It held very own special place in Silay City, and that is a big special historical landmark. Thank you very much.
Once again, let's give it up for Lin-Ay sa Barangay Bataan.
And last quarter, but definitely not the list, our Lin-Ay sa Barangay 5. This will be the last question for you. Okay. How can the youth of Silay help preserve and promote our unique culture and traditions?
The youth is very powerful, and I have seen it firsthand. And we and I can help promote the unique culture and traditions. Silay City is very unique for its rich in culture and heritage houses. And I can help by standing here and telling everyone that these traditions is very important because I embody these values and culture myself, and I can set an example to my fellow youth to inspire and to make an impact to my fellow community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Lin-Ay sa Barangay 5.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's give our top 8 a big round of applause for this evening. At this point, we're going to give our judges some time to deliberate and find out who will proceed to the finals of tonight's competition.
Grabe partner, they are still standing in race with pressure. Grabe. So kaya
on sa top 5, let's take a look back at everything that happened in their pre-pageant activities, especially during their closed-door interview. So with that, everyone, this is brought to us by the Channel Project. Eyes on the screen. Let's watch this.
Silay, madamong gid nga salamat and I hope na nag-enjoy sila sa buong partner. At syempre, again, we would like to thank our following sponsors. We have
Shed Beauty Lounge.
Bacolod Tour Guide,
We have Crispy Kim's Unlimited Wings.
Fisher's Pond Seafood and Grill,
Triumph Home Depot.
to exam Silay City,
Chesney Sadiano and Bicentennial Corporation.
City Corps,
Negros Power.
AR Couture,
And St. Flower.
and syempre, thank you so much to La Alegria Residential Estate. So, ari na ang ating result board. I'm very excited! Ang pamangkot, Silay City! Make some noise! Alright, so eto na. Ari na yun siya, partner. Again, this is in no particular order.
First to join our top 5. Let's give it up for Lin-Ay Sang Barangay. before anything else, we'd like to break the ice. Barangay Uno, how do you feel that you're part of the top 5?
Told myself, I woke up today, I told myself that I'm gonna love myself, that no matter what results I'm gonna have right now, I know that there will be people that will stand right beside me.
I love the energy. So, Barangay Uno, if you're ready, your question goes like this. You know what, everyone, hindi sila magpabasa ang question because you're not cheering loud enough. Can we have one loud cheer for the city of Silay? I love it. Sometimes it's energy, sometimes it's applause.
Raise your hand. And again, they're given the same question. So again, remember, 1 minute only to share your thoughts.
Okay, Barangay Uno, since you are ready and not nervous, your question goes like this. This year's Lin-Ay Silay theme is modern heroine. What qualities do you believe define a modern heroine? And how will you embody these qualities to make a positive impact in Silay and beyond?
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. A modern heroine is someone who leads with both courage and kindness, not just on the stage, but in our everyday life. A modern heroine is a student who studies by day and by night who works just to support her family. A single mother who works multiple jobs. A frontliner who saves lives, and a teacher that influences minds. A modern heroine is a woman who dares to dream bigger, loud in her purpose and firm in her values. In a world that tells women to be quiet and small, a modern heroine chooses to be brave, to be loud, and to have purpose to whatever she likes that she wants to live. And that is what we want in Silay for every woman, where resilience runs deep. A modern heroine isn't just someone who is to be admired. She is needed. She doesn't wait for change. She becomes it. Thank you.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Barangay Uno.
Well, thank you so much for that empowering answer. So let's have Lin-Ay Balay.
Interesting.
Very empowering answer.
That's only our first finalist to our judges. I hope they're not giving you a hard time.
Once again, let's give it up to Lin-Ay Balay. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, Silay, and good evening to all our board of directors.
So how are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling nervous, but I think it's natural because we all have nervous system.
You brave your eyes. All right, so are you ready for the question? Okay, so here is your question. This year's Lin-Ay Silay theme is a modern heroine. What qualities do you believe define a modern heroine, and how will you embody these qualities to make a positive impact in Silay and beyond?
Again, good evening, Silaynans. To me, a modern heroine means embodying courage, compassion, and commitment, not only by wearing capes and by wielding sword, but also by making a difference in ways that are relevant in today's world. And that would be all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lin-Ay Balay.
Thank you so much, Lin-Ay sa Barangay Balay. Next up, let's all welcome Lin-Ay sa Barangay Lopez. So is Mayor and Vice Mayor. Actually, nag-enjoy si Vice Mayor sa sabat niya. Once again, we would like to welcome Lin-Ay from Barangay E. Lopez to join us here on stage. Good evening, Barangay E. Lopez. How does it feel to be part of our top 5?
I am so happy, and actually backstage, I got so emotional thinking of one woman.
All right, okay, are you ready for your question?
I'm quite ready.
All right, here we go. Your question goes like this. This year's Lin-Ay sang Silay theme is modern heroine. What qualities do you believe define a modern heroine, and how will you embody these qualities to make a positive impact in Silay and beyond?
Growing up, I really admire Silay. She is the legendary heroine in Silay City. And she has these qualities of courage, bravery, and she fought for her people. She loves her people. And as a modern heroine, I'm standing here in front of you, standing here in front of you, and standing here for a one woman. It is not just for myself, but also for Russell Taiko. So if some of you may know that Russell Taiko who was originally meant to represent our barangay. But she passed away a couple of years ago. She passed away a couple of weeks ago because of an accident. And tonight, I carry her dreams and memories of me. I think I deserve to win, not because I am the most beautiful or well-experienced, but because I carry a deep sense of purpose. I am standing here in front of you with the qualities of an advocate, for courageous, and also as brave as Silay. For this is no longer my dreams. This is also for her, for children with special needs, and for every woman who has a dream but never got the chance to fulfill it. And if given the honor to be your next Lin-Ay Silay, I will use this opportunity to serve as a voice, as a platform, and to serve with purpose. Thank you.
Once again, a round of applause for Lin-Ay from Barangay E. Lopez.
Wow, grabe. Ito ako ang napapaan partner. So, let's go! Next, let's have a barangay song. Barangay 5.
What a whirlwind of emotions here tonight. Good evening, Lin-Ay from Barangay 5.
Are you ready for your question? Okay, so here is your question. This year's Lin-Ay Silay theme is modern hero. What qualities do you believe define a modern heroine, and how will you embody these qualities to make a positive impact in Silay and beyond?
I believe being a modern heroine is standing up for what is right, even if it's difficult. I believe that modern heroine is the determination that you have. I joined Lin-Ay Silay 2024 last year, and I want to be the voice for the people who can't be heard. Though I did not win, that did not stop me. I joined this year's Lin-Ay Silay 2025 in order to fulfill those dreams, to continue the dream, because I want to be the voice, to be an example, and to be the next modern heroine in my community. Thank you.
Maraming salamat. Lin-Ay sa Barangay 5.
different answers.
I think they're having a hard time right now, partner.
I think so too. But right now we are joined by Barangay Mambula. And I'd like to ask, earlier when your name was called in the top 5, you were crying. Can you share to us what you felt?
First of all, I actually felt like I was not. There were more other girls that was deserving for my spot. I was crying, and then when I got called, I felt like I was bringing the hopes of the other girls from my back with myself.
All right, you have quite a fan base over here. So, with that, are you ready for your final question? Okay, your question goes like this. This year's Lin-Ay Silay theme is modern heroine. What qualities do you believe define a modern heroine? And how will you embody these qualities to make a positive impact in Silay and beyond?
A true value and pride of being Silaynon is being resilient, determined, compassionate, and having a heart filled with purpose. That is what Princess Silay has taught us. And I truly believe that these values enables us to be able to adapt to our new society and still looking to our past. Silay is a living museum. It is a breathing past and a beacon for the future. And these qualities enables us to help in developing and fostering our society into becoming a better one. Thank you.
Once again, everyone, a round of applause for Lin-Ay sa Barangay Mambula. And with that, there you have it, everyone, our final question and answer round.
All right, so that concludes our top 5 Q&A portion. And now, of course, partner, let's give our candidates a breather. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take a look at their journey as Lin-Ay Silay 2025 candidates. Of course, captured through the creative lenses of our great photographers and videographers tonight. Of course, this is brought to us by the Jam Project. Attention on screen.
Second runner-up, Maria Lia Libres. Four, Miatin Maldonado.
Becoming Lin-Ay Silay 2024 was a dream I once quietly held in my heart. A dream born from the pain of not placing when I first joined back someone who held on to her dream through silence and through years of growth. To the people of Barangay Kapitan, SP Chairman Mark Alana, Mommy Laura and Mama, Papa and Nish, thank you for carrying me in your love. Every shout, every prayer, and every word of encouragement reminded me that I was never alone in this journey. This crown belongs to you,
traditional traje de Silay. At this point, the results are now in our hands. The question is, who do you think will be this year's Lin-Ay sang Silay? Mixed emotions, here we go.
Silay City! Are you ready to meet your new queen? Let's get out of 16 hopeful candidates. Only 5 candidates have made it this far. So our first name I will call is our second runner-up.
coach. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to inform you that the name that I will call next is the Lin-Ay sang Silay. Again, ang akong nalawakon sa subong